This morning, the spotlight is on former Kentucky Sheriff Sean "Mickey" Stines, who was accused of murdering a judge, and new grand jury testimony. Judge Kevin Mullins was gunned down in his office almost 1 year ago. At the time, there were rumors that this had something to do with Stines' daughter. A detective has now revealed that Mullins did not have any sort of relationship with Stines' daughter, including phone calls and text messages. Here's what the same detective said about it last year.
You intend to obtain records for her cell phone number?
Possibly, yes.
Do you believe that that will be soon that you'll do that?
Could be, yes.
Had you already intended to do that, or did you just respond to my question?
Well, the call should be on the judge's records, too.
Well, I understand.
And she's made statements about what occurred during those conversations.
The former sheriff's mental health is also at the center of this case. Some claiming he was in a state of psychosis following the shooting and that he has no memory of that incident. Why don't we go ahead and talk about it this morning? Criminal defense attorney David Bruno is still with us this morning, as well as board-certified forensic psychiatrist Dr. Carol Lieberman. Dr. Lieberman, thank you for joining the program. The Commonwealth is fighting a defense motion to unseal his first mental exam, and instead of asking for a second evaluation, that's what they want to do here. Carol, can you kind of talk about that? What are your thoughts on this in general?
Well, I think that this is one of the best cases for not guilty by reason of insanity that I've seen, because first of all, we have witnesses that show that observed the sheriff and said that he was, in various states of not his usual mental health. And then after the killing, well, I watched a video that was over 2 hours of the sheriff after he was arrested. And it was clear, from the beginning that he really was in a psychotic state. He seemed to be responding to auditory or visual hallucinations. He was paranoid. He thought they were going to kill him. He was very psychotic. So, and in order to prove that, they have to prove that by mental disease or defect, he was unable to appreciate the wrongfulness of his act, the wrongfulness of the killing. And so I think that they have it, and the state is concerned that the psychiatric exam, apparently showed that he was psychotic, or the details haven't been released, but that they want to have their own psychiatrist examine him because they don't like what they understand is the results of the first exam.
Dr. Lieberman, what does that video tell you?
Well, it's part of his being concerned that they want to kill him. Now, they were as nice to him, because they had worked with him for years and all that. They really were trying to be kind to him. But no matter what they said, he was sure that they were going to kill him. And that, I think, had partly to do with the deposition that he went to, that he testified at some days before, about a case where they were saying, where a woman brought a case saying that she had been sexually molested by one of his deputies. And so it was all, that's kind of where a lot of this percolated, when he, from this deposition, where he thought that people would be angry at him if he revealed some of the things that he knew about that were going on, in the judge's chamber, or he was afraid that they were going to want to kill him for telling the truth. So, but this isn't even the worst part. I mean, earlier, he wouldn't go into one of the rooms in the station, because he was sure that they were going to kill him if they brought him into that room. He kept asking about, do you have your body camera on? Make sure you have it on, because he wanted to have evidence that they were killing him or planned to kill him.
Okay, David, you're going to stick around. Dr. Lieberman, thank you so much for being with us. Enjoy your weekend. Appreciate your insight as always.